What up? What up? What up, Compton? Been a while. Been a while. Checking in with you guys. Been a while. I'll start that today. What's going on, Shannon? Actually, get a live done without a million phone calls coming in Sunday, so shouldn't be no phones blowing up. Mr. Sean, what up? Let a few of you guys come up in here so I don't have to repeat stuff. Make sure I got a good y'all can hear me right? Y'all can hear me correct or loud? I know this area is pretty bad on the signal. Give y'all an update on things and what's been going on with me. I've been seeing a lot of, chit chat here and there. Ain't really been seeing too much trucking videos or some game with some jewels being dropped. So I'll give y'all a little insight on, what I've been doing and everything. I know it's been a while since I've been live, but everything's been good over here. That's for sure. I know the market is still kind of funny. This is not normal. Around this time, what is July going to August? Around this time is usually, when speaking on the reefer, usually is things moving up to like Georgia, South Georgia. South Georgia is supposed to be popping. It's really saturated right now, so I don't know how. Things are just still funny. South Georgia going up to Tennessee, then it usually after like Labor Day, it moves up into like the Tennessee and the Midwest, and then it cycles again. December, January, well not December, but January, February, and a little bit of March usually is the downtime for the reefer. But like I said, this is a weird year. These last year or two, it's been kind of funny. So all you can do is adjust and do what you got to do. It's not bad like COVID, but it's still not a normal market. Checkmate, what up? Appreciate it, Shannon. Yeah, we still here. You make it. I appreciate it. Yeah, we still doing what we're doing. We still trying to connect the dots. Just out here working. Jamal Smith, what up? 702, what up? 1011 trucking, what's going on? But as far as the Turo update, y'all saw I started with the Turo. Y'all saw that I dropped the on the community section the update on Turo. I actually let the Turo do what it do. Put the vehicle on Turo for 3 months now. I didn't take it off. Before I was kind of going back and forth with it when I bought the vehicle, but I let it be on Turo for about 3 months and made a little over $2,300. That, like I said in the community section, paid for the monthly vehicle, and I paid, and I had profit. It's not trucking money, but it's still profit money. Whether I like to travel, so I can just take that money and just put it to my travel account, and that's what I did. So pretty much it's like driving a vehicle for free, in a sense, because we're not paying for anything. The vehicle's making profit and it's taking care of the note. I suggest, a lot of people asking about Turo. If you want to get into it, I suggest you getting into it based off where you living at. Now, this ain't gonna work for everybody. You can't say, go to Turo and shout to Turo and you live in, the country part of a state. You got to be in a city type state, where a lot of movement's going on. A lot of traffic. Like Houston, LA, Atlanta, Florida. I'm pretty sure you can do a lot of parts in Florida. Um, like I said, I'm in Richmond, Virginia. It's okay in Richmond, Virginia. Richmond's kind of slow, so it's slowly gaining up, picking up. My prices are better than going to Enterprise. Right now, I got it set at like 107 $107 a day. That's during the day. That's during the week, I mean. And then I boosted up to like $115 on the weekend. So like Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, if you try to book it on the weekend, it goes to $115. Um, and I base that off a different number. It's based off what everybody else is doing in my area, what the Jeeps are doing. I got a 2020 Jeep. It's kind of like it's not a. I want to say it's almost like a limited edition, but it's fully stocked. The back comes off, the whole top comes off, the doors come off, the windows come off, everything comes off. And it's a fun car. So a lot of females and like people that come from everywhere, that want to drive that Jeep, to the beach or whatever. Because of course we got the beach that's only like an hour and a half from the Richmond airport. So it's a fun car, so that's why I went with the Jeep. Just based off of me doing research on certain things, and it just made sense to go with the Jeep. Because I could have went for the Tesla, but at the time when I purchased the vehicle, they didn't have the Tesla I wanted. I didn't want to go with a basic Tesla. It had to be a Tesla with the door. I wanted the Tesla with the doors, the suicide doors. And they didn't have it at the time. And also I was going to get the Bronco. The Bronco, at the time, though, the Bronco wasn't in stock. So you pretty much had to put your name on the list. So I went with the Jeep. I saw it on the street, and it caught my attention. The thing about the Jeep was the color. So the color, that's why I get a lot of reviews on the Jeep, because of the color. It stands out. Something that stands out, So that's why I went with the Jeep and the color. And it just made sense at the time. But we looking at another vehicle soon. Once I see the prices of cars going down to what they're supposed to be, we'll look into another vehicle. It just got to make sense, And I'll do the same method I did last time, which I obtained the Jeep through my business. So I was able to get a Jeep through my business without using my personal credit. Even though they did use they pull your personal credit, but it's one inquiry, and doesn't show up on your personal. It doesn't show up on your personal credit. It only shows up on your business. The thing about it is, Bank of America got a deal where you can get four vehicle loans on one pool. I could have did it at the time, but I wasn't too familiar with Turo yet, so I wanted to test it out, see how it was. But now that I'm really pretty good at it, and I see what the numbers is, more than likely I'm gonna go after that four vehicle loan off that one pool and try to get four vehicles. So when the timing is right, I'm gonna do it. I gotta check and see, the vehicles that I really want, the vehicles that do numbers, that make sense. So we're not just out here buying vehicles and I'm coming out of my own pocket paying for them. You see what I'm saying? But if y'all got any questions about Turo, I'm not gonna go all day about the Turo. It's kind of self-explanatory. If you got any more questions about Turo, y'all can always hit my email. Call me Cooley804@gmail.com. And I can go, if that's something you're trying to do and it's something you're looking into, I can kind of give you some pointers about it, what direction to go or whatnot. As far as the trucking side, I dropped the information about the 2011 Coronado. It's another vehicle. It's kind of like somebody came to me and they're trying to get somebody vehicle to move drive the truck, pretty much. No, I did not purchase that vehicle. That's just an owner operator that's over here that owns the vehicle, and I'm just putting a driver in it. Same deal as I did the Freightliner and the Kenworth. That's pretty much where I'm going towards, doing it like that. Like I said, I told in numerous videos, I'm not interested in buying trucks. I'm not interested in even buying trailers anymore. I'm kind of coming to a balance right now, because the way the market is moving, you don't know how it's going to move. So you gotta be at a certain grade or a certain area balance way your business moves. And I'm not looking to grow too much because I don't know how the market's gonna move. Even with the what's going on in California and stuff like that, you don't know what's going to happen. And the way my business is set up, it actually goes against what the California laws are going. But you know how it goes. California usually passes a law, and then it usually goes towards New Jersey, and then after New Jersey, usually Pennsylvania, and then you know how it goes after that. But we got to be very careful of what I do and how I move, just because of what went down in California. Um, but we right now, like I said, I sold the 2011 trailer. I got rid of that. I know a lot of people was asking about it, but it's kind of like, I can't really hold trailers. It's kind of like a first come, first serve type thing. And somebody came with the cash on deck and took the trailer. I didn't want to keep investing in that trailer. That was one of the trailers, two trailers that I bought starting out, in the game. That was an older trailer. It's not needed anymore. I made lots of money with that trailer. So all I'm doing is, if I do sell trailers, I'm at a balance right now because everything is a 2013 or newer. So I got rid of 2007s, the 2005, the 2011, 2007s. I got rid of those trailers. I took back the rental trailer that I got from Haley. That was not needed anymore. So we got to a balance. We got to an area where I was good, comfortable, where we're not just spending money and having equipment just sitting around. I got one trailer left, which I'm gonna either put get an owner operator behind it, or I just keep it just for a backup. That's probably what I end up doing. We'll see. Um, but that's what's going on as far as the trucking side. The trucking is still good. I'm still here. Even though I don't post videos or go live like that, I be really tied up with a lot of different things. Drivers, settlements, payroll, and all that stuff. Helping out dispatch, trying to get drivers to a kind of a balance too on how they're running or whatnot. So I've been kind of really, really active with that on that side. Um, let me see. What's up, Ghost Town Bullies? Easy Travels, what's going on? Jamal, how do you think about Sprinter will do? With Sprinter vans, I don't know. I haven't really looked into it. I thought about it, and I looked into it, and not too much into it, but you can make money with all this stuff. You can make money with all this stuff. Um, Hold on a second. Man. You can definitely make money with pretty much anything. When I say something about when you looking at stuff like Sprinter vans and box trucks and stuff like that, you more so want to get customers. You don't want to get me personally, I wouldn't want to get a Sprinter van or a box shit just running off the spot market, because it's already crazy. You got to go get the customers. Whether you're going to like Sprinter vans, you can go to like hotels and stuff like that and try to get customers. You can actually go to different places that, that type of work, that bigger trucks can't get into. Sprinter vans, is dealing with cases and stuff like that. So I would look into trying to obtain customers, versus trying to, run the spot market, whatever the case may be with Sprinter stuff like that. It just doesn't make any sense, in my opinion. Um, but you can make money with all this stuff, man. It's just how bad do you want it? How hard you going to go to get something? All this stuff make money. I seen videos with Sprinter brand guys, and they say they're doing well or whatever the case may be, but it's kind of like how bad you want it. You got to go out there and go get it. Out in Trucker, what up? Um, okay, I'm ready to get in business credit too. But as far as the trucking side, like I said, it's doing well. It's doing what it's due. It's kind of on autopilot. Still on autopilot. Um, like I said, drivers. The thing about having owner operators, You're always going to have the owner operators that want to, take things to the next level and get their own authority, which you have to already know that before you start this kind of business model. And that's okay. That's good, actually. Guys that want to out here, you know, get their own thing and do their own thing. You can't knock them for that. So that's another thing about business. I mean, having your own business, doing the owner operator model. You got to understand that guys are gonna want to leave and level up, and all you can do is try to find more owner operators and put them behind the trailers and keep it moving. But you can't get salty, you can't get mad about that, because you got to know that before getting into that type of model. The same thing with if you had trucks and company drivers. Guys are gonna want to leave. Guys gonna want to become owner operators. Having your own business, you gotta hire guys, fire guys. I terminated guys. I hired guys. I done them both. It ain't nothing but business. It is what it is. You just got to keep it moving and try to find the guys that's interested to becoming owner operators, or and then you got guys that with you for a while that are owner operators that have trucks. There's nothing wrong with that either. This guys, I got over here has been here for a while. Did pay very well. It wouldn't make sense for them to get an authority, at the time, or it wouldn't make sense at all. You know, Everybody over here gets paid every week, no matter what. And I'm gonna show you guys different ways where you can fill in the gaps. Keep your cash flow. That goes into, we're gonna talk about the credit. I know a lot of you guys, trying to figure hole or fill in gaps, and you don't have the cash flow. And this is when we talk about credit. We could talk about lines of credit, business lines of credit, not personal lines of credit, business lines of credit. Putting all that debt on your business profile, not your personal credit. I don't know when the last time I used my personal credit. Um, I try to keep my personal credit in check. Once you get it established and in good standing, you can get these different lines of credits. You can get business loans, all kinds of stuff, man. I'm telling y'all, man, the gate opens up. The gate definitely opens up when it comes to business credit. I done seen things, I ain't got things that I never thought I would get, off just business. Right now I'm sitting at three business lines. I got three business lines of credits now. I still got the credit card. I did a video about the credit cards, business credit cards. I still got those, still maintaining those. I don't know if I dropped the information, but I did get a American Express Platinum card. I still got that one. That one's strictly for my travel though, because you get 5 times the points off of each dollar depending on what you're spending on. So I got so much, and then I hit the bonus, the opening. What is the opening? You get like, I think I got like what's it, 150,000. I got 150,000. If you spend like 150,000, you get 150,000 points. If you spend like, I think it was 10,000 dollars or something like that. So all I did was just put all my debt on that and pay for the debt on that, and I got that bonus, and I got that bonus just like that, just paid it back. Only thing about the American Express card I don't really like is the charge card, which means you got to pay the balance in 30 days. They do got it set up where you can carry over $5,000, but I just pay the balance in whole within the 30 days to keep building that credit. Thing about business credit, you always want to pay it on time. Keep paying it on time. Keep paying it on time. Same thing with personal. You got to keep paying that stuff on time, and keep building your credit. Um, the lines of credit, that, like I said, the lines of credit is something, especially if you got like, uh, you got a lot of drivers, whether you're doing company drivers or owner operators, that line of credit will fill in a lot of gaps. You know, it also does is it also does pay off debt if you need to pay off, consolidate debt and stuff like that. But if you got like a lot of drivers and you need to fill in gap, because if you got trucks or a company truck, whatever the case may be, you're gonna have guys that's gonna want to take off and do this, that, and you're not gonna get that money. So you got to fill in the gaps, and you'll get it back once they return, stuff like that. Same thing on the owner operator side. Um, Trailers, whether it's trailers, maintenance, whatever you need to do. You got to fill in the gap. Sometimes guys want to take off. Owner operators are gonna want to take off, because that's their business. You know, they're gonna want to take off. They might want to take a week off, or whatever the case may be. You still got bills coming in, so you can fill in those gaps. Whether insurance don't stop, don't matter if drivers take off or whatever. Insurance don't stop at all. That keeps coming. So sometimes you got to fill in the gaps, and then you get it back once the driver returns. Even if drivers quit or whatever the case may be, you still got to fill in those gaps. So that's when the lines of credit comes into play. A lot of guys don't know how to use line of credit. A lot of guys don't know how to obtain lines of credit because they don't know what to say. You don't go and try to obtain a line of credit and say like, "Oh, I just need it for for a just in case." A lot of people say just in case. You can't say that to those underwriters. Just in case, they don't want to hear that. They want to see you saying things like, "I needed to upgrade. I needed to expand. I needed to for payroll, stuff like that." That's what they want to hear. But then also your statements and stuff like that got to match, because there's different ways of getting lines of credit. If you go the traditional way, or you can go the route of using your bank statements to obtain lines of credit. But definitely start getting those lines of credit. But a lot of you guys say that they don't have a business credit established. Sometimes you can get lines of credit, like I said, based off statements, which doesn't have nothing to do with your business being established. I think the only thing that requires your business being, 2 years or better. I think that's don't quote me on that though. But most of the time you can get lines of credit, whether, you don't have to shoot for $50,000. As long as you build that relationship with that particular lender, they'll keep upping it. So say like, they might give you $20,000 out the gate, $20,000 line of credit. All right, well, take the $20,000. I tell people, take the $20,000 out and hold it for 3 months. Hold that money for 3 months and just take on the interest. The interest might be another $3K. So you're looking at $23,000 you got to pay back. But take out that $20,000, hold it for 3 to 4 months, and pay it back plus the interest. So you're saying $23,000 total, and then they'll come back to you like, "Hey, looks like you did very well with that line of credit. You paid it back on time, this," and they're gonna up your line of credit. They might shoot from $20,000 to $40,000, just like that. That's how business works. Now, if you did it on the personal side, they might up you like $5,000, but it's hard to get a $20,000 off jump anyways on the personal side. But on the business side, they will up it by another $20,000. Now you got $40,000, and you just do the same. You keep doing the same thing. It's being strategic with it. You're doing the same thing. You keep doing that method for like a year, man, you will already be at $100,000 in no time. That's how you get those. That's how you use those lines of credit. Now, sometimes you got to use it for emergencies or whatever the case may be, but you got to understand though, if you're going to use it for emergency, you got to pay it back. You got to pay it back. You know what I'm saying? So don't try to use it for emergencies and you ain't got the funds to pay it back. That doesn't make any sense. But that's the best way, that's the best way to do it, especially if you already got, cash sitting around and you're looking for some additional funds. Get that line of credit. Like I said, hold it for 3 to 4 months, pay it back, take on the interest, and keep building that line of credit. And you can get multiple lines of credit. You don't have to just get one. I got 3. So that's something y'all can get into, lines of credit. Maybe I'll do a separate video about that, with the different lines of credits I got. Now, as far as getting like lines of credit with banks, that's a whole different topic. Lines of credit with banks is a little bit harder, because they sometimes they got involved with like collateral and stuff like that, where you got to attach your equipment and your invoices and your agent reports and stuff like that, and that get a little bit difficult, depending on where you stand. But we could talk about that too. I'll do that on a separate video, because that's going to take all day to talk about that. What else? Let me see what y'all talking about. What up, Lee George? You can make a lot of money if you got a passenger Sprinter van. Yeah, I think I seen one truck that was leased to you, like he got his own numbers now. Yeah, I got it. Yeah, this probably trucks you've seen out here that's they've been leased on me and got their own numbers. Yeah, I got there's a couple of them like that. Um, y'all see, especially you live in this area, y'all see the trucks running up and down the highway. Um, I still got my contract locked in still. But yeah, you'll see, especially you live around the area, you'll see the guys running around. You see former guys. It's no hard feelings. You know what I'm saying? That's why I say you got to come in with the mindset that these guys can go get their own authority at any point in time. All you can do is find other owner operators, put them on some game, and you can only be but glad that they did that. You know what I'm saying? Because you wouldn't want to see nobody failing. All you want to see guys is leveling up. I see that everybody can eat. You know what I'm saying? I'm never a greedy person. So that's always a blessing to see guys level up. Especially how fast they did it versus when I did it. You know, some of these guys can level up within a couple months. You know what I'm saying? You have a video on starting on business credit. I'm not. I think I know I got a video that I was talking about business credit cards and stuff like that. But starting business credit, that's see, I could be here all day talking about business credit. Starting out, that's that I'm gonna have to do a separate video about that one. Just starting business credit from the jump, the traditional way. Um, you need an LLC for Turo? No, you don't. You don't need an LLC for Turo. Um, you don't need an LLC for Turo at all. There's a lot of bugs out here. But yeah, I'll definitely do a video about I had to do a separate video about credit so I can like break it down, from the start, all the way from the start. We talking about all the way from the beginning. Because a lot of you guys got LLCs and stuff like that, but y'all not correctly set up. You know, you're not correctly set up, and that's going to affect everything. If you're not correct, I'm talking about like, everything matches with your business thing to websites, to the Dun and Bradstreet. Everything got to match up, because one thing you don't want to do is start putting your home address on applications and stuff like that, and you got a business now. Now it confuses the creditors. Like, okay, well, you got a business, but you got two addresses. You see what I'm saying? So you got to have stuff reporting all correctly with Dun and Bradstreet, Experian, all those bureaus. Um, Everything got to match, even with the yellow pages, getting your business listed, with Google and all that stuff. You know, Having an actual email and stuff like that, not a Gmail, actual email. Whatever, like billing at your business.com. That's a real email. 800 numbers. You don't want to put like your cell phone number and stuff like that on, like that's not having your business set up correctly, and that what draws a lot of flags, especially when obtaining like business credit cards and loans and stuff like that. But like I said, that's a separate video. We'll talk about that on another video. Y'all got any questions? Been on about 30 minutes now. Y'all got any questions, go ahead and drop them in the chat. The reefers, I'm over here at the yard right now. I got to put a drum, wait on the guy to come put a drum on his trailer. We talked about a lot of stuff in a little time, so we talked about Turo, we talked about credit, we talked about trucking. Like I said, the market's gonna do what it does. All you can do is adjust. Looking into other businesses to get into. I know a lot of you guys want to get into real estate. I can't really explain nothing about real estate, but I have been looking into it. It just ain't the right time for me to jump into it. But I have been looking into real estate. It's different types of real estate, so it got to be the one I really want to do and get into, whether it's wholesale, and stuff like that. Buying property, fixing them up, selling it. You got so many different things you can do in real estate. but I got to figure out which one's the best for me in my situation. A business account for Turo. Nah, you don't need a business account and all that. But I have mine set up, it pays into my business account. Only reason I got it set up like that though, because I'm still building a relationship with banks. Money's going to a business account, because you never know. I might I have 3 different business accounts. I got a Navy Federal, I got a Truist, and I got a Bank of America. So I got money going to these different accounts in my business account, building a relationship. You got to think about other things too. I want to build these relationships with these banks. So if I want to go get something, I can do that. So that's what I've been doing. I have mine set up with Turo as a paying into my business account, and that's just how it is. Like I said, that goes along with taxes and stuff like that. I got different businesses where I got all my LLCs. I got an S corp, so I can do all my LLCs as one and do the taxes and whatnot. But that's definitely a good idea to have it paid to a business account, to build that relationship with banks. Navy Federal is you could do a lot with Navy Federal. Navy Federal is they want to see that relationship. You building that relationship with them, whether you getting deposits in there, just having money just sitting in that account on a weekly basis. You start building that relationship with them, then you can start to attack these credit cards, these loans, and different types of things. And that's what you should do, or should want to do. I don't even touch the Turo money. That shit, it just goes into account, my Truist account. I ain't speak about the consolidating. I've been consolidating, a lot of the debt. I paid off one of the trailers. The title should be coming next month. The truck's about to be paid off. I should be paying that off sometime this month, or August, because August 1st tomorrow. So yeah, sometime this month, I will pay the truck off, and I'll get the title to the truck. And I only have 3 trailers left that I'm financing, which they're really low. So we'll just let those be on autopilot. And I don't have any debt besides the 3 trailers. Once the truck paid off, you already know what time it is. we gonna take this. We gonna soak all this up. I'm coming in. It'll be 4 years. It'll be 4 years in was it December? Yeah, December this year. It'll be 4 years. I had that truck. So that's a long time coming, man. With that truck, man, I was paying that bill even through COVID. So we still here. I only got like 770,000 miles on it. So that's pretty good. 770,000 miles on it. It's a 2015. 2015, I got it when it had 500,000 miles on it. I only put 270,000 miles on it, in 4 years, almost 4 years. That ain't bad, So definitely that's a keeper right there. That truck got me through a lot, man. I'm telling y'all, man, getting you a good truck and take care of it. A lot of people was trying to ride me as far as doing oil changes every 10 to 12,000 miles, but hey, hey, it's working. I do 10,000. I changed. The only thing I did was change I went from 1540 to 1030. So now I put 1030 in my 1030 oil in my truck now. Just cause it's getting up there in the miles. The only thing I gotta do is I gotta replace the clutch real soon because it's getting real funny. I adjusted it a couple times. You can only adjust the clutch but so many times. So I'll replace the clutch. We'll take care of that real soon. But yeah, that's all we doing, consolidating debt. I'm not adding no more equipment right now. Just kind of coming to a balance. I got a new contract starting in the fall where I'm pulling 3 loads a day, Monday through Friday. So I'm kind of transitioning to a local company I'm trying to get away from I don't mind doing the regional thing, but I'm kind of my base, my base model to a local company, you know, just based off this contract. So we working on that, working towards something like that, and you know, that's what the goal is. Would you say it was good? We need to. Oh, okay, Rob. Yeah, for sure. Got to get at you about the business credit. Yeah, there's a lot of people want to know about the business credit. A lot of like I said, I've been doing this for a while now, man. All I've been doing is researching. Like if I'm even getting in the truck, I don't even look at YouTube videos about trucking anymore. I'll be on the truck and I'll be listening about credit, man. I'll be like my whole transition off the videos, because it hasn't really been no, to me, I haven't really seen no like really like eye-opening trucking videos. So my focus has been on credit and understanding it and kind of keep learning. I'm still learning myself, but I've been doing credit videos, real estate videos, tour videos. My focus has been on something totally different. So that's all I've been doing is studying, writing it down, okay, figuring out what I need to do, where I need to get my credit at to get this. You know what I'm saying? Eventually, I want to get $1 million loan, man. You know what I'm saying? Who wouldn't want $1 million loan? So I want to walk into the bank and get $1 million loan, man. But it still takes, you got to get certain things, certain criteria and stuff like that met to walk in them banks and get that kind of loan. Yeah, Navy Federal been with them for a while, since 18, but I want to get a credit card. What do you think is the best credit card to travel and build in person? I got a personal credit card with them. I got the flagship credit card with Navy Federal, which gives you 3 points off the dollar. So every dollar you spend, you get 3 points. It was all right, but see, I got the Navy Federal credit card before I got the American Express. So once I got the American Express, though, on the business side, that changed the game, because you get 5 points. So it upped it. So, like I said, I was speaking about that earlier about that. But the Navy Federal traveling, that's a traveling card. So the flagship one. So it's a good card still. I still use it. They gave me like $20K out the gate. That's why I said Navy Federal, when I applied for it, they gave me $20K. Now it's like at 27 now, or 28, 27,000, 28,000, something like that. The Navy Federal one. But once again, like that's on the personal side, but they do got a Navy Federal, I think it's called Go Biz or something like that on the business side. I don't got that one yet, but I have been looking into it. Getting that credit card. But yeah, Navy Federal allows you to get, like, I believe it's four credit cards with them. So I think it's 95 days. If you open up one, you can't apply for another one for 95 days or something like that. I think it's 95 days. So every 95 days you can open up another credit card with Navy Federal. But like I said, Navy Federal is real good. I even got loans from them. I just paid off one 2 weeks ago. So they just give you a lot, man. I don't know. They just, and they're real easy to work with. They just give you so much. I have a car Navy Federal, and they won't let me in without a family member. Yeah, that's how Navy Federal is. Somebody has to be in some type of military. Like I said, my parents was military, so I was able to get one through them. But I think you can get it like friends and family if you give them that code or whatever, that your account code or account number or something like that. I think you can get it through a friend or something like that. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that. But I know you can get it from a family member that was in some type of military or a vet or retired. What's the best way to transition from local delivery to OTR driving? That's Drew. Yeah, I mean that's easy. I mean, you can go to OTR. Like I said, I went from local to OTR. I went it with JB Hunt and did regional. JB Hunt, I tell people JB Hunt, even when people click on the videos about JB Hunt, JB Hunt was good to me. I see a lot of scary stories about JB Hunt, but it was good to me. I did regional at JB Hunt on the GP account. GP account is the Georgia Pacific account, which is, everybody knows Georgia Pacific is paper. So I did that for about like 2 months. Like 2 months. It was good to me. I was home every week. I wasn't home every weekend, but I was home every week. And I got my OTR experience doing that, the regional. Like I said, I had no issues. It was a lot of drop and hook. The only time I was doing I was running from Virginia to like Pensacola, Florida. Then I go to Pensacola, Florida to what is that? Louisiana. I think it's like Kelly, Louisiana, or something like that. Over there somewhere, I did the Frito-Lay, drop and hook, and then I'll run back to I'll run to Tennessee, and then I'll go home. And I did that every week, the same thing every week. So I don't know how it is now though, but that was back in 2018. So that's all I know about OTR. When I speak about OTR, I say JB Hunt because that's really the only like mega carrier I was with. So that's to answer your question, Drew. I hope that helps. Oh yeah, appreciate it, Shannon. Oh yeah, the $1 million loan. That's a goal. Yeah, that's like I said, that's a goal I'm trying to hit. I'm trying to walk in the bank like, yo, I'm trying to get $1 million loan, and they be like, all right, well let's go ahead and run your credit, and I'm trying to get that instant approval. That's the goal. But like I said, there's another thing y'all can do too. When y'all get denials, when you get denials for credit, and they send them letters in the mail, and they tell you what you need to do. They literally tell you what you need to do to get what you need to get. It's kind of like working backwards. So you get the denials in the mail, and they'll tell you, all right, well, we didn't approve you for this, this, and this. All you gotta do is fix this, this, and this, and then go back and reapply. Literally, that's it. They literally tell you why you got denied. And I learned from that too. It's kind of like working backwards. I learned that reason why denials, and they literally tell you why you got denied. You go ahead and fix that and reapply, you get approved. I'm saying that's another way of figuring out why you got it. They'll tell you like Asia history, and you want to talk about Asia history. They got what's that place called? Trade line supply. That's a legit company. Applying that old trade line to your credit. That's what a lot of people get. Don't have the Asia history. You got and I think that's like what 15% worth of your credit plus the utilization, keeping your utilization below. A lot of people say 30%, but I say like keeping your utilization under 10%. And that's how you get those high credit scores. Getting rid of derogatory marks, keeping your inquiries low. It's really, it takes time. It takes time to do all this, but once you get there, you in there. Once you get there, you in there. It opening up so many doors. What up, KB? KB Smooth? It's me. Hello, sir. What's your shoe and sock game? Oh, if y'all follow me on Instagram, my shoe game is on 100. Y'all already know what time it is. I do that, Socks, I ain't really, I got a couple here and there, but shoe game, my shoe game is always on 100. Representing the house. JB Hunt paying now, especially intermodal side facts. Yeah, like I said, I don't know what JB Hunt doing now, but like I said, I didn't have any issues with JB Hunt when I was there. I know there's a lot of scary stories or whatnot, but it was cool to me. I wasn't trying to get. I think I was making like, I don't know, $1,100 at a time a week, and Of course, they take taxes out of that, so it was like, you know, 9 something a week. I mean, whatever. My goal was not to stay there that long, so it really didn't matter what the pay was. I was trying to get the experience, because what I was running into coming from a local driver to trying to come to your own business was that I didn't have the OTR experience. So I had to go get that experience. That's the only reason why I went to JB Hunt. JB Hunt was good to me. Intermodal, a year and a half, great company. Facts, they do. Yup. I am Valerie. Yup. Do I ever come to Philly? I got family in Philly. I haven't been up there in a while, but I got a lot of family in Philly. But I haven't been up there in a while though. Oh, that body hurt from Coca-Cola, man. I'm sure it does, man. Yeah, man. You just gotta have. When I tell people about making that transition to OTR or making that transition to your own business, it starts with the family. It starts with your partner, you know, because you got to figure out if they okay with that transition. And that's being real. You know, you don't want to make no sudden moves based off what you want to do. You got to make sure your partner or your family is okay making them transitions. You got to have a game plan. Hey, talk to your partner, you know, wife or husband, like this is what I want to do. I'm tired of doing XYZ, working for the man. I always say working for the man. You know, I want to do something different. And it starts with home first. So you got to make sure home is okay with them transitions. You know, it's just what it is, man. And that's just being real. You know, me back in the day, I didn't have, all I had was my kids. I don't have a wife or nothing like that. So I was able to do something better for my kid. That's the goal, is something better for the kids, you know. We want a better life for them, better life for them. And, you want to, once they get older, they don't have to work as hard as you did. You see what I'm saying? So that mindset got to be instilled in you, and you got to stick to it, be consistent, and everything will pay off. Everything definitely will pay off. You got the Philly beer. Oh, they got the Meek Mill joint. But yeah, Drew, you already know, man. I'm literally right here, right beside Coca-Cola. You already know, man. I don't know if you can see the sign from right here, but I'm right here beside Coca-Cola. Just hit me up. I went from 1099, had them pay the money into my business account. So that plug is definitely true on building banking. Yeah, building banking. Yeah, especially whether you're doing a lease purchase or you're doing a lease purchase with a company, or you want to make sure that they're paying your business. Because sometimes they'll be like, well, why don't you just do it like this? No, this is how it's going to be. You're doing a lease purchase, something like that. You're leasing with somebody. Make sure they're paying your business. They're paying your business and goes into your business account. You know what I'm saying? Don't have them trick you up. Especially the Russians love to do this. No disrespect though, but they love to trick things up. Make sure they're paying your business account. They're paying your business, not paying you into your personal account. If you want to be in business, you got to start being business minded. This is the starting point. This is how you start off understanding business. Understanding, everything being set up all the way from point A all the way to Z. This is the starting point. Make sure they're paying your business. Make sure they're paying the EIN number. Make sure you got the EIN number correct. Make sure you start having a business address. Those are the simple things, the starting point. You don't have to have, especially doing a lease purchase or at least something like that. But make sure you have at least a business address, a business bank account, a business name, registered with the state. And that's just the starting point. Go ahead and get you a fuel card. You're doing a lease purchase. You want to start, if you're doing a lease purchase, you want to start limiting the deductions coming from your settlements. go get your own fuel card. So now they're not taking fuel from your account. You're paying your own fuel bill. You see what I'm saying? Start establishing that business credit. That's what I said that in numerous videos about. I was at JB Hunt and I had got that Fleet One card just off my EIN number. I didn't have to give them. I don't know what it is now though, but it might have changed. But I didn't have to give Fleet One my social security number, nothing like that. I just gave them my EIN number, and I got my own card. And start using it. You know what I'm saying? When I was doing the LP with the Russians or whatever, I started using it. I'm trying to eliminate the deductions coming out of my settlement. What can I eliminate? What can I take care of that they don't need to take care of? Of course, I can't take care of insurance and all that stuff, but as far as like fuel, I was in control of the fuel, so I was able to eliminate that from my settlements. But that established business credit. Ask these questions when you're obtaining credit cards and stuff like that. Who do you report to? Make sure you're not getting credit cards that make no sense. If they're not reporting to you anything on any of the bureaus, then what's the point of getting it? We're trying to get that stuff reported to the bureaus. We're trying to get that stuff, so we can start building these trade lines. I always tell people, when you're trying to you want to get 10 plus trade. When you get 10 plus trade lines reporting to your business, oh, you in there. The door's gonna open like crazy. 10 trade lines. 10 trade lines or more. That's gonna open a lot of doors. And they all reporting, whether it's a net 30, a net 15, a net 7, whatever. They all reporting at one time, you in there. I got 2 kids. We got a Coca-Cola in Philly too. Yeah, there's Coca-Cola everywhere. Do you suggest LLC? Yeah. I wouldn't. Now, you talking about, I tell people, LLC is the way you want to go, but eventually you're gonna have to change that depending on how you grow. I wouldn't do a DBA. I wouldn't do a DBA, especially like you talking about one truck operation. Get you an LLC, a single member LLC. Eventually you're gonna have. There's nothing wrong with change. I didn't change my LLC until last year. Last year. I didn't change my LLC to S corp till last year just because the amount of money is coming in. You gotta you don't want to get killed on taxes. So eventually you're gonna have to change depending on if you're gonna decide to grow. Now if you just say that you decide to stay as a one truck operation and single member, that might work out for you. But the S corp, which I'm gonna tell y'all because I'm definitely not a tax professional. Let me say that at once. You definitely want to talk to somebody that's in the trucking field in regards to taxes. You can't just talk to anybody. You have to talk to somebody that knows the trucking tax rules. So definitely talk to somebody about that. I don't want to, steer y'all in the wrong direction. I can only tell you what I did because in my situation, it made sense. So definitely talk to a tax professional as far as going to an LLC, INC, and the DBA, because everybody's situation is going to be different. So I don't want to steer anybody the wrong way about that whole tax thing. About to make that transition from McLean to ODR, own trucks. And yeah, the thing about it is, man, making that transition, little buddies, man, you just gotta be. Like I said, you just gotta be focused, man. You just really gotta be focused on what you're trying to accomplish. You know what I'm saying? If you very focused and you very, consistent, man, anything can happen, man. The sky's the limit. You just gotta be focused on what you're trying to do, and you gotta be determined. You're gonna take, like I said, I dropped many videos. I took a lot of L's, but I didn't give up. I never gave up. I kept going. I kept figuring out ways. Okay, what did I need to do this? All right, I messed up this time. Let's not let this happen again. So you just got to be very determined. You gotta love this, man. You gotta hustle, man. I understand everybody don't got a lot of hustle in them, but you gotta find that hustle in you to keep going. There's gonna be times, man, you feel like giving up. This ain't, what I'm saying, once you out here and you got your own truck and your own equipment, man, you on your own. There's no carrier helping you out. There's nobody saying, oh, well, we can fix this equipment for you and we'll take it out the following settlement. Once you out here on your own, man, you out here on your own. So you just gotta, be very determined. You gotta have that hustle in you, man. Sometimes, even sometimes I still get on the truck for special projects or whatever I need to do. Sometimes I have like special projects for me or extra load out here where I don't have another driver to cover it. I still get on the truck. That's why I said, man, even when I even thought about doing a lease purchase on my truck and I thought about it and I was like, nah, I ain't gonna do that, man. I'm gonna keep my truck. You know what I'm saying? Because that's another thing when you talking to customers. Number one thing about customers, they always ask you, all right, well, if a driver breaks down, what can you do to get this covered? Oh, I got my own truck. I can hop in my truck. I got a trailer. It's nothing. Man, I'm telling you, man, you got to know what to say to these people. That's why I said I'm glad I kept my truck and I have an extra trailer. So, you just got to have that. You just got to have that hustle and you got to be smart about certain things, Sometimes I might say things and then I think about it. I'll be like, man, that don't even make sense. So, it's okay to change things up. Never be afraid to change things up. Don't be afraid to change things up. You got to, sometimes, being in business is always going to be changes. Sometimes you got to adapt to it too, to the changes. Some things is out of your control. Like the market, I don't have control of the market. So I got to adapt. All right, so what I got to do to adapt to this situation to make it make sense? You got to figure it out. I can't be the one to, help you figure it out because everybody's situation is different. But you can soak up some of the stuff I'm be talking about and put into your business. You see what I'm saying? January 1 this year, I changed the LLC to C Corp. Okay. Yeah, I don't know anything about, C Corp. Like I said, that's a lot of things to do with the tax professional. That's why I tell people, you know, talk to your tax professional about stuff like that, because I don't want to steer anybody the wrong way when it comes to taxes. And then y'all be like, Cooley told me to go get this tax. Nah, man, we ain't doing that. Let me see. Anthony M. What's up? What up, man? Who handles my back office? As far as what, like the like IFTA, I still do IFTA. I still do all my IFTA. I handle majority anything dealing with the authority, back office stuff like that. I still do all that. Like I said, I'm still, even though I might say stuff is on autopilot, I'm still involved with what's going on. Like I'm always on it. I'm on point with everything. You know what I'm saying? I'm still involved with everything I'm dealing with, back office, all that stuff. As far as like counting, doing my accounting and my invoice, I got somebody doing that, and I still have a dispatch. But I'm still involved with all that stuff too. You gotta be, you know what I'm saying? You can't just say you own a business and you just sit back and kick back and just let it ride, you know what I'm saying? You have to be involved with what's going on. One thing, we don't want any gaps. We don't want any late fees, or we don't want anybody saying, oh, what happened with this? This. I'm always involved with what's going on. If the is not even hard. So Toga, what up, man? We almost at 60 minutes. Y'all got any more questions? I know it's been a minute. We got 45 people in here, 23 likes. I appreciate the likes, man. I appreciate y'all coming in, supporting. Like I said, I'm still out here like everybody else, man. I'm out here trying to still figure it out. I don't know everything, I'm not a guru at this and nothing like this. I'm just out here, just like anybody else, man, trying to put the dots together, But my experience, I learned a lot from my experiences and my L's. So we try not to duplicate those L's. Waymaker, what up? Not a tax rate. Yeah, the S corp definitely is it gives you a lot of tax breaks. Um, you know, one thing about, like I said, I can speak on this though, but you don't want to have to at some point in your trucking career, you don't want to have to keep paying taxes every single year. Now, if you got something big coming up where you got to get a mortgage or something like that, yes, you can get a mortgage off your taxes, but it's easier to get it if you pay yourself on a W-2. It makes things a little bit more simple. But but and then at the end of the day, you still don't want to pay taxes every year. Sometimes you want a tax break, but sometimes when it comes to like loans and stuff like that with big banks, and they see all these tax write-offs and stuff like that, you might have made $100,000 for the year, but you got $90,000 worth of taxes. They're going on paper. They'll be like, all right, well, you're only showing 10K. You didn't make any money. Okay, yes, on paper it says that, but but in reality, you made money. You see what I'm saying? So sometimes you're gonna have to show, you might have made $100,000, but you only got $20,000 worth, tax write-offs, and you showed that you made $70,000. Okay, now you show that to the banks. They be like, all right, well, you made money. All right, we're gonna go ahead and give you this loan. We're gonna give you this mortgage loan, wherever you're trying to get big. So you just got to be smart with it. That's why I said when you speak, when you think about stuff in the future, you got to think about, all right, what's the future? What are your plans for the future? Are you planning on getting a mortgage within the next 2 years, or whatever the case may be? You got to think about stuff like that in the future wise. But if you already got a mortgage, then you ain't got nothing to worry about. But it's other things, loans and stuff like that, where they want to see that you pay taxes and and all kind of different things, or whatever the case may be. It is what it is. But sometimes you want a tax break, where you made $100,000 and you got $90,000 worth of taxes, write-offs. I mean, so to each his own. To each his own. Sometimes you got to make an adjustment depending on how your future looks. A lot of people always ask about just getting a mortgage and trying to buy a truck. Well, now, all right, you just got this mortgage and you got a mortgage last month. You trying to buy a truck. They can be like, well, your debt to income is crazy. You're not gonna be able to get that truck unless you got, majority of the down payment, or most of the down payment, if you will. But trying to just buying a mortgage like that, and that goes with. That's why I tell people. A lot of people like, listen, when you're trying to start a trucking company, you have to talk to your family first. One thing about it, I'm speaking on, if you're a husband or something like that, if the lady says she wants that house before you start that business, you better go get that house. If you don't get that house, man, you're gonna be looking at a divorce. That's why you gotta this information, what I'm saying, this is real talk. Like, you gotta confide to your partner on, starting a business. Cause she gonna want a house before you start that business. You know what I'm saying? So most of your money's going to the house. So trying to get it down, trying to get a truck and start a business, well, you might have to wait a little bit because now you're showing that debt to income. You're showing that debt to income on your credit. And from what I've been seeing a lot of times is it's hard to put that that first truck on your business, because some of y'all don't have the experience or their years in business yet. And they're going to force you into what's called they wrap it up like it's called like a lease, where you got a balloon payment at the end, and then you won't be able to put that truck into your business until that is taken care of. And there's nothing wrong with doing that either, wrapping it up like a lease, because if you wrap it up like a lease, you can write all those payments off, all those monthly payments, all those lease payments. That's all the tax write-off, 100%. So there's nothing wrong with if they wrap it up like a lease. First-time truck buyers, they're going to try to wrap it up like a lease. Don't be afraid to do that, because you can write all that stuff off, So there's nothing wrong with that. What time is it? 1:30. All right. But I'm gonna have to get out of here. Hold on, let me see this last question. Truck is difficult. I'm true to making my comeback as we speak. Never give up. Double C, facts. Never give up, man. And this is with any business, man. You don't, people, like I said, people treat trucking like it's not a business. It is a business. You know what I'm saying? So I tell people never give up, man. You're gonna have some hard times out here in trucking. It's not made to be easy. If it was made to be easy, everybody would be doing it. You know what I'm saying? So you're gonna have some hard times in this industry. That's just what it is. YouTube streets are looking for your neighbor. I don't know who my neighbor is. We have a dedicated from Nashville to Richmond. The link with you soon. See how to navigate out of the Richmond area consistent. That makes sense if you have to. Yeah, just hit me up. Call me Cooley 804@gmail.com. Can you be? A lot of people ask about the mentorship, man. I mean, I haven't really done the mentorship, man. I don't know if I have. I'm going to be honest. I really don't have time, for that, And I'm not trying to steer nobody in the wrong direction, but always, if y'all shoot me an email, I always respond back. If the interest level is lower than the current. Facts, Toga. 600K miles on a Freightliner for 90K. That's OD. What year is that Freightliner? Like I said, the times change now, man. But I do know the equipment is about to change. I had to talk with a guy at utility about that. You ready to start seeing equipment drop? 2018. That's expensive. 90K for 2018 with 600 miles on it. Nah, I wouldn't do that. That's just me though. For 90K, that thing need to have like 100,000 miles on it or something. But like I said, I gotta get out of here. I appreciate y'all coming in, man. Hitting the like button, share the video. I ain't gonna tell y'all when I'm gonna go live, but I'll try to go live again when I can. I hope y'all take some of this information, soak it up, man, and put it into y'all's business. Hope everybody wins out here. I'll catch you on the next video.